I have a short story that I need to share with you. I'm going to bare my heart. My story starts 37 years ago when I had a son born. And I like my life to be nice and orderly. I like it to be predictable. The Beatles had a song, and several lines of the song said, woke up, fell out of bed, dragged the comb across my head. You know what I'm talking about. Went downstairs, had a cup, noticed I was late. My life was going great. When Sam was 17 years old, he was diagnosed with brain cancer. And so that was a shock to the family. And he dealt with it pretty good, considering, young man. And several years after he was diagnosed, he was under treatment. Diana and I decided to move to Tennessee, and we asked our kids, what do you feel about that? They said, no problem, go ahead, go. So we went to Tennessee because of music. And Sam continued his treatment. He actually put himself through college. He graduated in 2024. We were very proud of him. It took him 8 years to do that. He struggled. This past January, I got a call that he had a doctor's visit that didn't go very well. He was feeling kind of wonky in things. And the doctor said, your tumor's growing. It's just going, it's continuing. And they even said, we have to stop the treatments. And that was in January. And he was actually running many marathons in January. He was a very strong boy, very strong. But then there was this one word associated with cancer that I wasn't familiar with, and it was called transitioning. And so he was going from stage 4 cancer to transitioning. And I was one of his caretakers. And it was very challenging mentally and physically for the people involved with it. He went from running the mini marathons to a matter of weeks being confined to a small transport chair. He couldn't get out of bed. He couldn't turn over in bed. There was nothing that he could do on his own. And he ended up in a hospice care. And he was in hospice care for about 10 days. And I was sleeping in his room, and one night the nurse tapped me on the shoulder and said, Mr. Brake, your son just passed away. And that was tough. And right before he was passing away, he was in a coma for about 3 days. I didn't know if he could hear us talking to him, or I didn't know anything, but we would say, I would talk to him and I said, Sam, it's time for you to fly away. You'll get a new body and you'll be able to run. Well, I stayed with him that night, just by myself until the funeral home came. And I walked out with him and I gave him a hug and I said, goodbye, buddy. That was on a Thursday. Friday I drove home he was in Florida. Friday I drove home to be with Diana. And Saturday, she and I drove over to Swananoa and participated in the instrument giveaway. We gave away 1,800 instruments in 2 hours. That was therapy for us. I had to be around, I had to be there. Several weeks after that, we were in Pikeville, Kentucky, gave away 400 more instruments. That was his birthday. And so we dedicated that giveaway to Sam. Next Saturday, this is the end of my story. Next Saturday, I bury him in our family cemetery in North Carolina. It's not going to be a service. There's not going to be a preacher. I'm going to dig his hole and I'm going to bury him. My cousins will be there. And I'll sing some songs. This is one of the songs I'll sing for him. It's called Morning Bird, and it was written by a fellow named Forrest Son. I got my mandolin, but I'm not going to play 200 beats a minute. Andrew, I'm not going to do the things you taught us this week. It's just going to be very airy, light song. And it's a happy song. It's a heartfelt song. I didn't play music for 3 months. I was a broken person, but music has brought me back. And I'm glad to share this with you. Morning bird. Sing to me, my morning bird, sweetest song I ever heard, love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird, when the sun climbs over the mountain, just to hear you sing your song. And all the stars lay down in heaven take their rest till evening comes. Won't you sing to me, my morning bird, sweetest song I ever heard, love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird. Won't you fly away from me without leaving me with your song? For the morning is much too lonely and so quiet when you're gone. Won't you sing to me, my morning bird, sweetest song I ever heard, love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird. Sing to me, my morning bird, sweetest song